Hi Lingman. Today I have taken up the topic that what should be the right time to start a business or startup. So for explaining that what should be the right time for any business to be launched, I would say that there are a lot of people who say that there isn't any perfect time to launch a business, and a business can be launched anytime during your lifespan. But I would say that it is true to an extent, but there are different types of businesses, and it's very important for an entrepreneur to understand that where his or her startup lies, and according to it, the entire planning of starting it should be planned. So any startup can be categorized under 5 different categories, and that is totally defined by me, so it is very much debatable. So the first would be the idea conceived during working in an organization. The second would be the idea conceived while seeing an existing business. The third would be skill-driven business startups. Fourth would be innovative idea, and the fifth would be the professional-driven startups. So the first, that is idea conceived during working in an organization. So there are a lot of times, about 70% of the startups that you see are the startups that are built, or the idea is conceived during the person working in an organization wherein he or she sees a gap in the market. So it's very important for the entrepreneur to understand that is the idea a copy of the business that he or she would be doing. That is totally fine if it is. Or if the idea is totally different, or it is in line to the current business but it is not a direct competition to it. In both these cases, the thought process of starting up the business and the timeline at which it should be initiated is it totally differs, because the first thing that you should understand, the business that you are working for, is it falling under blue ocean, that is wherein the business is having very low competition in the market, it is very innovative, or is it falling under red ocean, wherein the business is into a highly competitive market and there are a lot of players in the market. So in both these two cases, the way it should be launched and the time at which it should be launched is very different. In case the idea is very much conceived or inspired by the current business, but the business is not in direct competition to it and finds a different kind of gap altogether, in this case, definitely the business falls under a blue ocean kind of market. So in both these two cases, I would advise that a person should at least work in the organization for 9 to 10 months minimum, in order to understand the customer acquisition, the marketing channels that the company is using, the hiring patterns, and building the network with the clients as well as with the employees, so that once the person is out of the business and decides to launch his or her own business, in that case there should be a cushioning, there should be a help that he may get in terms of hiring the right people, or in terms of understanding what should be the right strategy of customer acquisition, or the marketing part. So I would advise that the person should give at least 9 to 10 months and should understand how the business has to be placed once he or she is out of the business. The second would be idea conceived while seeing an existing business. There are times wherein you get inspired by a company that is already there, say Facebook or Instagram, or say Marketo, Salesforce, Sugar CRM. There are so many companies out there, and you come up with a business idea that is very much a copy of the existing business that is already there, or you have got an innovative idea that is inspired by one of the business ideas that is already existing in the market. In this case, I would say that launching of this business, definitely you cannot have the understanding that how the customer acquisition would happen. You'll have to plan out everything and you'll have to do a pilot run in order to understand all the complexities, because from outside any business looks perfect. But once you are inside, once you are doing it, you get to understand all the complexities of it. There is a possibility you might see a business that is according to you, it is profitable. But once you start doing it, you get to understand that that entire business model is placed on the model of customer acquisition instead of making profit. So if you are a startup, and if you are not having a lot of backing in terms of investors or in terms of having your own money, and it would be difficult for you to do customer acquisition or to survive in the market. So first you have to jot down all the pointers and you have to do a pilot run in order to understand that how you have to place in your business, what would be the unique selling propositions, what would be the uniqueness in your business plan, so that you can acquire customers. In case it is inspired, for example, through Orkut, Facebook got inspired, or through Yahoo, Google got inspired. In that case, definitely they have got their own uniqueness, but you need to have this backing. You need to have this. Once this idea is there, once you are very much inspired by existing idea, then you have to. The first thing that you have to do is you have to find a financial backer, a financial body that is going to back your business idea. So it will take around 6 months to 1 year. That would be the most difficult part that you would be facing. And during this period, I would say that you can do a pilot run of your idea, of your business plan, so that you have a data point, you have a brief understanding that how the business has to be scaled up. And for starting up this business, I would say as soon as you get the business idea, you should start off with the initiation of the plan. And I would say that in these kind of cases, you should always have your liabilities on the lower end in comparison to the assets in terms of your financial stability. So it should be always on top and the liability should be less, because it would be very much time consuming. Any kind of startup is very time consuming and you'll have to give at least 3 to 5 years of your life completely dedicated, devoted into it. And first 2 years are the most difficult, because you have to do everything on your own. The entire process and planning has to be done in the first 2 years. So there are no processes, be it human resource department, be it operations, be it finance, be it marketing. So all things needs to be planned. So the first 2 years is very much tiresome. So you need to have a very clean planning. Your liability should be on lower end. You should understand that nothing should be more important in those years for you than business. So you cannot say that I have got family to take care or I have got other liabilities. No, that's not going to. In that case, the business is not going to work. The third is skill-driven business startups. So there are a lot of entrepreneurs, startups who belong to, say, a movie director. A person is assistant movie director and he wants to start off his own direction company, or a creative art director is there who wants to start his own advertising company, or an actor is there who wants to start off his own YouTube channel, or a painter, chef, fashion designer, or cosmetic line, one wants to start his or her own cosmetic line. In these cases, I would say that the skill should be mature enough wherein there should be, the skill should stand distinctly out in the market with the competition. So if a painter is there the painting, what he or she is creating, that painting should have his or her own taste. So it should be matured and balanced in a way wherein the painter should be defined by his painting, or a chef should have a consistency in his food, wherein the food speaks for that chef. So skills are not defined in a day. It takes a lot of time for any individual to continuously hone on the skills, and gradually it gets matured. It is a continuous process. It will go on lifelong. But I would say that until unless you are very much confident on the skill sets that you have, and that confidence can come anytime, be it at age of 20 or 30 or 40, that totally depends. But you should have that originality when you are doing. If you are a musician and you want to get into your own business of recording music, in that case, that authenticity should be there, so that it is readily accepted by the audience, by your customers or clients. Then the fourth would be innovative idea. So, for example, nowadays artificial intelligence is there, facial recognition is there, then you have got blockchain technologies. So, in case you come up with this innovative idea wherein you plan out a business model on these platforms, or say you come up with an idea of renewable energy, business based upon renewable energy, or you come up with a business idea that is going to revolutionize the education system. In that case, I would say that wherever you are in your age, be it you being at 40, 50, 60, or at 20 or 15, that doesn't matter. If the idea is innovative, then anyways it is going to revolutionize the entire humanity. So you don't have to worry in this case. You just have to find a investor. You have to do a thorough business planning. You have to build up your pitch deck, and then you have to approach these investors. You have to find a core team, and you have to start up your business. So all these companies like Oracle, Microsoft, or Byju's, all these are innovative ideas that today became Oreo rooms, became so huge. So in case of innovative ideas, I would say that there is no time for starting a business. So you can start up anytime. It's just that the planning should be right, the core team should be right, your investors should be right, and you should know what kind of investor should be placed for the kind of business that you are doing. So even when it comes to investors, there are different kind of investors having different skill sets. So people think that every investor would be investing in all the business ideas that are there. No. There would be investors that are good in B2C kind of businesses. There would be investors who are good in B2B kind of businesses. There would be investors who would be good with technology. There would be investors who would be good with products. So you need to first figure out what kind of investor should be placed in, and then the game is on. Then the last one would be profession-driven startups. So if you are a doctor, CA, lawyer, financial consultant, so in this case, everything depends on your professional ability. So whatever you have learned, if you are a teacher and you want to start up your school, so in that case, I would say that the entire thing depends on your years of experience, the kind of reputation that you have built while working. So in this case, it is very much debatable that when you should start. There is a possibility that you can start very early and gradually interact with people, interact with your clients, and gradually build up your skill sets, because once you have acquired the skill, the entire time you will be just honing on your skill sets. With every project that comes under you, you will be learning something new. So in this case, even you can start early, or you can start at least having, say, 10 years of experience, and then you start up this kind of business. So you can do whatever you want. It totally depends on your mindset and the kind of confidence that you have. But if I have to start, I would say that at least I'll give 5 years of professional building. I'll understand the entire market. I'll work for, in case I'm a doctor, I'll work in hospitals in order to understand the complexity a hospital faces while operating. And once I'm thorough with my understanding, then only I'll move ahead and build my own hospital or clinic. So these are the 5 categorization that I have done based on startups to my understanding, and I would love to hear your comments, and if you feel that there are more formats of startups, we can definitely discuss and debate on those things. And I would love to see your comments for my next video, and love to have your feedbacks on this video. Thank you and have a great day.